Welcome to Science Olympiad at Home.
Hi, my name is Sherry Haug, and I'm the Elementary Director for Science Olympiad. Today we're going to do our 6th event in a series that we've been calling Science Olympiad at Home, and we're going to do the event Mission Possible. Now this event allows participants to design, build, and test a Rube Goldberg-like device which incorporates 5 unique tasks to accomplish our final goal of placing a mask on the face of a stuffed animal. Now we need you to incorporate these 5 tasks in your Mission Possible contraption. The first one, we need you to make a round ball roll, just like this.
Here we just have a ball and a ramp for the rolling ball requirement. Using gravity as an assistant, the ball picks up speed as it travels down the ramp, giving it the energy it needs to roll across the tabletop. If you don't have a ball, I just made this one out of painter's tape I crumpled into a ball.
Secondly, we need you to have a change of elevation, and we're going to give you the extra challenge of making your object go from low to high as opposed to high to low. It's a little bit easier to get something to move from up high to down low, just like this.
For this example, we have a foam roller set on a tall surface, and when we tip it off, we can let gravity do the rest of the work in pulling the roller down to a lower elevation. But just be sure you're not going to damage anything in your house. But a more complicated way to change your elevation could be some kind of catapult like this. If you remember from our first video, Gummy Bear Long Jump, this is just 2 spoons with a fulcrum in the middle, and we use the spoons like springs to launch a small object up in the air. Here we have another way you can change your elevation upwards. Making a simple pulley with string and 2 objects, as you pick up the weight here and drop it back down, it will lift the tennis ball up in the air.
The third thing we're going to do is we're going to ask you to create a domino effect using materials that are not dominoes. So something else, something maybe like this.
For the domino effect requirement, here we have 3 similarly sized books, and when we tip the first one, the rest will fall sequentially. You can use almost anything for this requirement.
We're also going to have you create a loud sound. It can be a loud sound using anything. Something kind of like this.
Here we're going to make a loud noise. The easiest way to do this is to let gravity assist us again, and when we tip the book off this higher elevation, gravity will accelerate the book downwards and give us a nice loud noise. You can use bigger books for louder noises. Here we have a spring-assisted loud noise, where we have a ruler acting as a spring. When we bend the ruler back, potential energy is stored in the ruler, and when we release, that energy is transferred into motion and a loud noise.
Lastly, we're going to have you make an object swing from a string or rope, kind of like a pendulum, maybe like this.
Here we have a classic pendulum with a string attached to 2 stationary locations and a mass swinging freely in the middle. You can use almost anything as the mass, even these sunglasses, or these car keys. Here we have an adaptation of the pendulum, where the ruler you see here is acting as both the string and the mass. When you place something like a pencil through the hole near the end, the ruler can swing back and forth freely, but only in one dimension.
We want you to use as much of your house to create this Rube Goldberg-like device. Now, this is the second time I've said the name Rube Goldberg. All you have to do is Google Rube Goldberg and you will see tons and tons of devices. And basically all it is it's many, many actions to do something that is very simple in design. So for instance, let's say that I want to cook an egg. I want to break an egg into a fry pan and I want to cook it. Maybe the first action of that would be to have a bowling ball roll across the floor. That bowling ball is going to hit a switch on a fan, and maybe that fan is going to blow a bunch of feathers, and one of those feathers is going to strike a piece of paper, and that paper is going to fall, and it was tied to a string, and maybe that string is going to pull up a light switch, and that light switch, so you get the idea. It's just one random event after another in order to accomplish a very simple task. Something kind of like this.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Lohr, Vice President of STEM Education with Science Olympiad, and I'm here with my son Will. And we have been challenged by Sherry and Evan to do Mission Possible. Here's what they've asked us to do. Our task is to take the mask off of a stuffed animal. And they've given us 5 things they want us to accomplish. Have a pendulum swing back and forth. Make a round object roll. Change elevation. Create a domino effect. And last but not least, we have to create a loud noise at some point. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look for our materials. What materials do we need?
We'll need a string, mask, and a stuffed animal.
A heavy object.
A golf ball or like a lacrosse ball maybe?
Probably at the very least we maybe need a table. You're thinking maybe wood scraps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Legos.
Ooh.
We could use books.
There you go. So we're gonna take a break and go get this stuff, and we'll see you guys back in a bit. Hi everybody. So we got all of our materials.
We're gonna use the Duplos to build this pendulum swing with 4 8-high towers. We're gonna shoot the pendulum swing into a ball. The ball would hit the books, making a domino effect. And when they fall off the table, they'll pull the mask off the stuffed animal.
Yeah. So we're gonna start putting some stuff together, and then we'll try it out and see what happens. All right, everybody. So while we're back again, and while we were running to grab some stuff, Ryan and I, who's been our cameraman, my other son, made some changes. Our pendulum is going to start the domino effect with the books. The books are then going to hit the ball. The ball is now connected to the mask, and the plan is when the ball changes elevation, it will pull the mask off of the stuffed animal. You ready to give it a try?
Yep. Yay!
So, it worked. I think we got the pendulum, we got the domino effect, right? We had a round object roll, it changed elevations, and somewhere along the line between the books and the lacrosse ball hitting the floor, we got our loud noise, or at least we got a cheer. So, we hope that you guys have enjoyed watching us do this as opposed to Sherry and Evan. We encourage you to give it a shot in your own house with stuff that's around. Big thing to think about, anytime you engineer a device, right? You're gonna have to go through some trial and error like we did. The other thing to think about as you do the project is, this is the way we thought of doing it. Doesn't mean it's the only way, doesn't mean it's the best way. Last but not least, please make sure you do this safely and with your parents' permission. Thanks to Sherry and Evan for giving us the challenge and the opportunity to shoot this. I hope you had a nice time.
Yep.
Right, and also I want to thank our cameraman behind the scenes, my oldest son Ryan, who did not, while he wanted to participate, wasn't ready to be on film. So thank you very much, guys, and hope you have a great day.
Google Rube Goldberg. You're going to see him from very simple in design to very complex that take up multiple steps. Now, if you know anything about Mission Possible from the Science Olympiad side, you know that this is an event that we do from elementary through middle and high school. And usually, we give you a very defined box that all of your tasks have to occur in. Again, we want this to be large in scale, using up your whole house. We're not even going to put a time limit, but we are going to try to get you to work hard so that your time is consistent. So every single time that you run this event, from the time you start to the time you finish, your time is becoming more and more consistent. That will show that you are successful in this challenge. Now, you're going to do these 5 tasks, and you're going to accomplish our simple goal of putting a mask on a stuffed animal. Now, once you're done with this event, why don't you try coming up with your own tasks in order to accomplish your own goal? Maybe you want to have somebody else in your family do it. Maybe you want to make it more of a time constriction under 3 minutes. Maybe you want to say that it has to fit inside the box of certain dimensions. So this is another Science Olympiad event that you can just explore. You can explore the different principles of science. You can use levers, and you can use hammers, and you can use screws, and make all those things come together in order to create your Rube Goldberg-like device. And as always, have fun. Thanks so much. It's part of our
Okay, I'll cut it.
mission pop. And it's mission.
It's okay.
I want to watch the movie, right? Build and test a Rube Gold-like device.
You said Rube something, and it wasn't Goldberg. You said Rube Gold, or Rube Berg, or something like that.
To accomplish our final objective. I didn't know what that word was. Now we need you to incorporate these 5 tasks into your Mission Possible.
Into your Mission Possible device?
So I was going to say, but I think I use the word
Contraption?
device. Okay.
Spend Science Olympiad at home. Be sure to check out our website at www.soinc.org/elementary. See you next time.